If you hadn't heard the news, we are finally getting the ASTDX update. So today we're going to be going over ASTDX versus ASTD. What are the main differences after the ASTDX rework and which one is better? Doing a giveaway, guys. So comment down below your Roblox username and let me know which one you want. So first up, let's go over the update situation. A lot of people are wondering when these games are going to update, and they did actually announce most of that. So the ASTDX update is on Friday, so that's just in a few days. Then afterwards, the OG game is going to be getting an update as well with the egg opening. That's very, very exciting. Honestly, a pretty big W. So let's start in with it. And now first up, guys, that was the update feature. Both games will be getting updates, so we'll see which one gets the most updates. What is the main differences? Now, first up, guys, the main differences is the unit model. So first up, guys, we have the unit models in ASTD. Even more drippy now. Like, look at this guy, man. The drip is crazy. Now, speaking of drip, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor of the day. Shout out to Temu. They got a crazy offer, guys. I partnered up with them, and we got a brand new code, guys, KAB2652. Use my link down below. And this works for any user. If you've already signed up for the app, you're gonna be able to get 3 free items. And here's some examples on the screen of some items you can get. Some sick headphones and some cool other RGB lighting, etc., VR stuff, cool clothing items, etc. Now I'm gonna show you guys some of the cool items that I got for free from Temu. So if you want your own free items, guys, use the QR code and type it in the search box. A lot of people say that Temu is a scam. Well, I actually got my items. The shipping was actually really fast, surprisingly. And I want to show you guys some of the things I got. I got this cool microphone setup. I know you guys have some crusty mics on your Discords, like whenever I'm in a call. So you guys can get yourselves a free microphone to really up your audio quality. I'm going to be using this when I have my portable setup. And I also got this right here because I'm not going to lie, guys. I have a little bit of a confession to make. Ooh-wee, my PC is a little dusty, guys. And my keyboard, yeah, that's a little dusty too. So this is actually what I got right here. This super turbo power fan. All right, so this is what it looks like, guys. I got this to clean off my keyboard. It's insanely powerful. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's also really loud too. And it also has a vacuum feature. So it's all for free as well. Use my code KAB2652, link down below. Again, it's all free. So thank you, Temu, for the sponsor. All right, hope you enjoy your free items, guys. And thanks again, Temu, for the sponsor. I haven't gotten a sponsor in a long time, so I really appreciate that. All links down below. All right, let's take a look at the model comparison. So let's take a look side by side. A model that is in each game. I believe we have Jotaro in each game. So this is what Jotaro is looking like in the old game, and this is what he looks like in the new game. I'm not gonna lie, even though it is R15, it does look a little bit better. Now, this is going to bring me on to the next big difference, and that is the graphical user interface. There is something I really hate about this graphical user interface. All of the animations, they look amazing, but they are so slow. I don't know how to explain this, guys, but like clicking around, it just feels like it takes forever. So I don't know if there's an option for this or what, but like I need there to be a way to like speed up this this UI, because this is like watching paint dry sometimes when it's beautiful, yes, but like I'm like waiting a second every time I click a button. All right, now if we hop into the old game, you can see everything is instant, guys, and I really like that. All right, most things are instant. You click one of these menu buttons on the side, it's all basically instant. All right, let me fix this real quick. So yeah, I really like that about this. There's a few things that have a transition, but most things are instant, and that really just makes the game a lot more playable. So I really think that will be cool. Now, as far as which graphical interface looks better, I really don't even like the rework of ASTDs. I like the OG UI a lot better. I don't know, this UI is just not as nostalgic for me, so I'm kind of a little bit more partial to the old UI. This UI is just giving me like World 3 vibes, which is quite the weird era in all-star tower defense history. Speaking of World 3, the game I created back in the day, Anime Last Stand, just dropped World 3 EA, and you can get it for free from the Time Chamber, so check that out. Full release on May 2nd, so you can join up the EA and help them test all the bugs before the full release, and you can get some early action in, which is pretty sick. All right, next up, guys, talking about speed of gameplay is this right here, and that's part of the giveaway, guys. Remember, like the video, 1,000 likes, we're gonna be giving away 3x game speed. Comment down below your Roblox username, you can pick which game you want it in. And the thing about this game, guys, is 3x game speed feels fast. All right, I'm gonna hop in a match real quick, and I'm gonna kind of show you what I mean. Like 3x speed is actually really fast. So this is probably the biggest gripe I have compared to the two games, is how slow the new game feels, ASTDX. They need to figure a way to speed it up and speed up the progression. You want it to feel like you're progressing fast. All right, a lot of it is a feeling. So let's hop on into 3x game speed, and let's watch them cruise a little bit. And I want to compare that to the newer game, ASTDX, and I kind of want to show you what I mean by like how slow the stuff's moving and how that really affects like how you feel playing the game. Now this is one of the things I noticed in the ASTDX on release, but like I feel like they can like look. All right, this is on 3x, guys. All right, if we go to 1x, look how slow they are. Look at these decelerates. 2x, 3x. Like they are zooming, man. Like they are actually zooming across the map. It feels like this, and like whenever I play ASTDX, it's like this. So let me hop on into ASTDX Max real quick, and I kind of want to show you that. All right, and then we'll talk about the next thing that I think is another big thing I don't like about ASTDX. So let's hop in another match here. We'll just do the same thing, equivalent. We'll hop on into like a little infinite round, and I'll show you that it just feels a lot slower, especially like these cells and whatnot, and that definitely impacts gameplay. But lobby wise, I'm not gonna lie, I think I like, obviously I like the OG AST lobby better, like the original lobby, but like I'm gonna have to give the thing to this one. The other thing I like about this one is they do have a skill mode in the game, which is kind of helps out a lot. But that might help people that don't like traits, the skill aspect. But I don't know how people feel about that one. A lot of people just maybe haven't discovered that button. All right, so let's take a look at this game speed, guys. Oh my gosh. So there we go. Start the game. Now I will say starting the game is a lot faster, which is kind of nice. You guys saw like you had to wait like 12 seconds in the last one, so that is a W. But look at this 3x. Like I'm gonna be honest, like yeah, I don't know. It just feels a little slower, and I think part of it is like the way the units attack feels a little slower, but they did actually end up speeding it up, I think, from the original. But like if you take a look at 1x, right, like they're barely moving any faster. Like this is not 3x game speed. Like this is like 1.8x or something. Like I don't even know if this qualifies as 2x. So I wish they could either figure out some way to make it feel faster. I'm not entirely sure how they would do that, but that's maybe a little thought for them to think about. All right, so next thing I think people don't like about this game is like these passives are getting a little weird, guys. All right, I'm gonna be real, guys. It's getting a little weird, you know? Like let's chill out a little bit on the passives. All right, we don't want these crazy passives, man. If we need a whole window, bro, we don't need it. All right, we like the simple passives like we had in ASTD. Simple passives. All right, 50% longer black flames. That's perfectly cool with me. All right. Immediately afflicted with 1 stack of black flames. You know what? I'm okay with that as well. But like once you start stacking everything together, all right, it gets a little complicated. All right, you know, we're starting to have to read paragraphs. All right, if we're having to read paragraphs, I don't quite think that's the move. All right. There we go. So like this is good. There we go. This is what we're talking about. Like something simple like this. All right, if I see a giant window and 2 layers of text, I like it. Let's keep up stuff like that. All right, that's really good. All right, that's a huge W if you ask me. All right, but yeah, you can kind of see we're only on wave 6, guys. I mean, part of that's me just not like speed running it, but like the game just like feels slower. So like you can like because of how these SPAs work, like it's not actually 3 times faster than this. So you are waiting 5 seconds in between attacks, which feels deathly slow. So they need to make the game feel faster. All right. Now, the other thing that people really hate about this game, and kind of the thing I don't like about this game, is leveling up units. And as part of that, like the whole skill tree kind of thing. All right. The problem with skill tree is like you already grinded hard to get the unit. Like I'll show you how much it takes to get the primal Naruto, which I'm hoping to get before the update drops. So I already have the normal Naruto. All right, where is he at here? Can I search Naruto? No, I can't. Okay. All right, we already have the normal. You also, yeah, no copyright models in this one. All right, where is normal Naruto? Okay, he should be a 5-star. Let me pull him up real quick, and I'll show you what I mean. All right, here we go. So to evolve him, you need all of this stuff. Now this does kind of remind me like the OG game where we did have the raid requirements. However, the problem is after you get this upgrade, you have a lot more to go to max out your unit. You have to feed it to max and you have to do the whole skill tree. All right, and that is just for your unit to be used. Now I'm gonna be real, guys. If this took like easy to grind, whatever, you could add a little bit of cool extra reset, you know, like a little bit extra strategy, whatever, that's fine. But this is not easy to grind per se. Like this is a grind, you know, like they're adding grinds and there's no fun in the grind. No, what's fun to grind is to grind for the new unit, right? And then you have ascensions too. So not only did you grind to evolve the unit, but now you have to ascend it. And then you have to get duplicates. Like, we can chill out on that. There's enough anime characters in the world. We can chill, okay? All right, we can chill. All right, now I think people's biggest gripes in ASTDX is the traits. Now, I'm gonna be honest, the traits, there is ways to get around using the traits, but I will say I do like orbs better. I think in general, orbs are just better than traits. Now, they did actually end up adding in orbs. I don't know if people stuck around that long. Like they did end up adding orbs. Now I don't know why it's broken right there, but yeah, that's maybe the devs want to look into that one. But they did end up adding orbs, and the orbs are pretty similar to the old one, and I'm okay with the orbs. Like for most part, obviously, you know, but I guess they needed money or something. I'm not sure, but trait rerolls, I feel like a lot of people don't like that. I don't mind them per se, but they just need to make these farmable pretty easily. Obviously that means they will get less money for them, but like, I mean, traits are only fine if like it's relatively easy to grind. Like you can either macro over to get them or some easy way to grind them so you can get all-star on all your units. Now the funny thing about this game is all-star isn't even always that good, so it is what it is. But I think the main thing holding this game back is it feeling slow and the annoying evolutions. They did actually add in a few things to fix that. I just kind of wanted to highlight that though, like the Evo tickets you can use to evolve it a little faster, so please use those if you have them, but if not, then you're kind of cooked. Also, there used to be a lot of weird cosmetics. Like this hasn't even sold out yet. That's how like crazy this is. So it was supposed to be valuable to collectors and enthusiasts, and I'm gonna be honest, do we even have trading in this game yet? Did they never add trading? Oh my gosh, wow, no way, dude, no way. Oh, also the star pass sucks. Like, oh my gosh. Like, they made the star pass a lot harder. I guess this would not be too bad if everybody was playing it, but like, I don't know. This gives me SpongeBob Tower Defense vibes at this point. But, yeah, this definitely reminds me of the SpongeBob Tower Defense pass now with all these crazy quests. Back in my day, you just macro infinite mode all day and get this. But, I'm okay with this being a little bit harder, but like, it is what it is. Anyways, let's I think that's kind of the main thing. Is I feel like people didn't like the evolutions, and I think the main reason is because it felt slow. Progression feels slow. So I think that's the main difference between ASTD versus ASTDX, and why one game has a ton of players and one doesn't, is because one feels slow and one has so much more content and feels fast-paced. So I think that's the main difference. And then of course ASTD has all the bells and whistles, ASTDX does, but it just doesn't quite fix it yet. So in my personal opinion, I'm okay if they update both games. Now, I'm gonna be real. If we take a look at the tower defense genre right now, it is so dead. Like, I'm gonna go on Road Trends right now. They need to sponsor me. It's all good. We got Temu sponsor. Shout out Temu again. Use my code. And here we go, guys. Look at this, dude. Top game is 19,000 players. I'm sorry, but what? Both games, guys, can be #1 and #2. 19,000 players is the best tower defense game on the platform. That is dead, bro. That is dead to rights, man. What the heck? Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Now, this is definitely Sunday evening, the worst time ever for players, but bro, what? What? These games used to be over 100K, man. This is crazy, dude. I'm gonna have to sell my Roblox stock. Anyways, so comment down below. Are you gonna play the new ASTDX update? And again, make sure you guys use my Temu code. Catch you guys in the next one, and peace. Temu